in the aspect of reading off all the evil that we have learned as a people, which was not what our ancestors used to, the way they used to live. That is number one thing, is what we should concentrate on, is to make sure that our environment, like you said, Chukwumeze, and Minister Ugo, environment is back. And I think naturally, like Enoho said, it will naturally fall in line. Once we can get rid of all the evil and the things that we have learned from other cultures that was never us, that was some of them we were invaded and forced to start doing this type of stuff. Some of those things that we have learned, which have kind of made our society the way it is right now, it needs to be truly walked on, that we can go back to those days when they say bidi can bidi, everybody go bidi, because right now that is not the way of our lives right now. People are saying bidi not, and then I'll kill you first before I bidi, or people are saying you can't better, and Ugo you cannot better. I have to be the only Ugo that can better. So that's many of our mentalities right now are in that aspect. And once we can get rid of this type of mentality that we have, being that we were stuck in the slave mentality that we were put in by the British and their counterparts, we can then talk about, I think naturally all these other stuff will just fall in line. That is my perspective. I don't think that we should really focus on the aspect, marrying so many wives or so many husbands or whatever, vice versa, however you want to think about it. Right now, the society, the environment needs to be good, ripe, and ready for such, because it's not like that. Our mentality, like Minister Ugo said, we still have the Nigerian mentality, and it needs to be first flushed and cleaned with a lot of therapies, a lot of many things psychologically before we can even think about the rest of this other stuff. And I think, like I said, and I also mentioned that it will naturally fall in place. Okay. So that's my own perspective on that.
Fun girl, I know you're driving.
Yes.
I want to ask you this question. Do you believe in rather gender sensitivity or gender equality? And also, the second question is, okay, let's say we stick with the nuclear way. I know right now our environment is so messed up, but gradually it's going to take time before we get back to where we want to be. So the second question is, so if we decide to stick with the nuclear family now, of which is what is going on in our society, the order of our daughters, who's going to get married to them? Or should they just be like that for the rest of their life? Because when you look at it, in all honesty, let's be honest with ourselves, the ratio of a man to a woman is like 1:5 right now. So who's going to take care of the other ladies if we say let's stick to this current way? Because I want a system whereby everybody's concern will be considered. It's not a fun, because I look at these things. I go to Biafra land and I look at all these things. It's a pandemic, and we need to, when Biafra is restored, there has to be a way whereby these things can be solved. Yeah.
Okay, so you saying that it's a pandemic in terms of we have a lot of women without men. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And your solution to this is to give men the opportunity to marry as many wives as they choose or they can handle. Is that correct?
Yes. And the other person has to agree to. The woman has to agree to.
The woman has to, of course, yes. Okay, because right now it is actually happening in many homes that they have men have side chick, because right now the society is saying that you are only. We have learned the biblical way of, okay, it's supposed to be one man, one wife, one husband, so on and so forth. So now the pandemic of mistresses are everywhere. Men still being married to their wives, but they have many concubines. Might as well just make it legal that they can marry as many wives as they want, because probably they're trying to do the female a favor by having a husband. Well, gender, I will say that I believe in gender equality, but I think in the Igbo culture itself, I'm not an expert, right? Correctly, they have given women, like, they give women an full. I know Igbo. I know the Igbo culture respect women when it comes to mother. If something that can be solved, the people that resolve that in the community, in the family, is umada. So women already have equality in the Igbo sense culture. But at the same time, we have different roles, right? I believe that a woman can still be equal in many, when it comes to like career and anything else that you can think about, like positions. They can get to as many positions or as high as they want to get, qualified to get. But still, if you want to do that, and you have to make sure that you can still play your role, the mother of the home. So that, for me, I feel is more of a combination, not just more 100%. You have to gender equality and anything a man can do, I can do better. I have a little bit of that and a little bit of, if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to hold this position, if I'm going to be the president, and I have a husband and I have children, they come first for me. That's my role as the wife. That's my role as the wife. So that is my perspective to that.
So,
and in terms of one more, just with that question that you asked, and in terms of that, being able to marry or leaving the women out, I think, like I say, it is more of let the environment, let us evolve with that. I don't think we should come up with that in terms that, we are trying to make it a solution to the problem that you are talking about. That could be a problem. That is a problem, I believe, because statistically they said there are more women than men. But I think that it should organically happen. That's my perspective on that.
okay. All right, thank you. So, in all aspects, what I can take from what you said is you believe in gender sensitivity rather than gender equality, because for me, a man and a woman cannot be equal, but they both need each other as much as each other need themselves. That, like, I exist because of a woman exists. A woman exists because of a man exists. So, in terms of gender sensitivity, there are things left for women alone that women can do better than men. And there are things left alone that men can do better than women. So that's just how it is. A man is tailored nature.
So,
You want to say
okay, sorry, I just wanted to say, yes, I just wanted to say something before I lose my
something?
line
Okay,
of
go ahead.
thought. Based on the two, okay, thank you. Based on the two questions you asked, the first question was gender inequality and gender sensitivity. First of all, for me, classifying those things or defining things like that is actually what the problem is. Because right from time, there were two genders that was created: male gender, female gender. The whole idea of classifying or inequality or what's the other word you used? Uh, Sorry, I've forgotten the other word you used.
Sensitivity. Gender sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Yeah, gender sensitivity. It's not even supposed to be on the table, because you know what a woman is and you know what a man is. No, and in every aspect of it, you know what it is. We are not the same kind of people. Yes, we are human beings, but two different species. So you even trying to qualify or um it's all a Western kind of knowledge or invasion in your mind. A woman is a woman, a man is a man. It's just what it is. What a woman is, a man can never be. What a man is, a woman can never be. So the issue of sensitivity or inequality shouldn't even come up. It's just what they did or what they planted in the mind. So there is some kind of rivalry between two things that are not the same. Let me use that word. Then for the second question of there are more women. There have always been more women than men, and that's the reason why our cultures, when I mean our cultures, we indigenous people, let me use the South, we Biafrans, in every culture across Biafra land, I believe we all have what we call concubine. In Robo we have it. She's not your wife, she's a concubine. The entire community knows she's your concubine because there is something that is done to say, okay, this woman is so is Mazi Chukwumeze's concubine. Yes, he's
Why
married,
must you
but
use
she's his
my name? Why
concubine.
must you use my
Because why? They are the host now. Why won't I use your name? So because it's there. Because why? There are some women who will not be married, not because they have been destined not to be married. It's just the way it is. Not all women will be married. So it has always been that women were more. It has always been. So the issue of saying to solve the problem they should allow men to marry, it's still an what's it called, interference, because it will always be like that. It would always be.
Yes,
And that's the reason why. Sorry, someone was saying something.
yes, go ahead. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it has always been like that. So the issue of saying the system should allow it, it's not supposed to even be a topic of law. Let me use that word, because it will be. A man will be married. He would always have, like the modern word they use now, side chick, which I believe the word that side chick is to downplay what a concubine is. Even a concubine has a due respect as a woman, because concubine or not, she's still a woman and she still deserves our respect as what she is. So even in our culture, the concubine has her place and she has her respect. The wife is not even allowed to belittle her in any way because she's not married. It's standard. The only difference is that there is a respect that the wife commands that she doesn't, which is number one. You would probably never see the man go to a public function and display his concubine. Let me use that word loosely. I shouldn't use that word. That's kind of downgrading. But display his concubine as a wife. He must take the wife, give her that respect to say, okay, this is Chukwumeze's wife. And the concubine knows that, okay, when we are in certain places, I shouldn't overstep my bound to try and create um, attention. And secondly, I don't know about your side, but I think it's the same way. The children of the concubine are equally the children of the the wife. They see her as they see her as the mother. So whatever it is, she has the authority to decide for the children, to say, okay, this particular person will do this because I have the authority as a mother over this person. In fact, her children are supposed to be the children of the wife. That is how it is where I come from. So naturally, the issue of more women has always been that, and that's the reason why I believe our ancestors created such things in the first place. That's what I just wanted to add. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So now, we're gonna go. We're gonna go give all the hands up the chance to speak, and I want to do like, let me do three. Let me do 4 minutes. So, Starman, you go first. Then Prince, I think you're next. Then University will go. So Starman, please, I want to hear your own side because your exposure is a your knowledge exposure is an exposure of all ramification. So go ahead, Starman, please.
Yeah, greetings, Umune. Greetings, host Chukuma. Greetings, Mazda K, and our dear lady Anoho, all the ministers in the house, and everybody on the roll call. All protocols observed. My sincere greetings. Yeah, talking about the issue of marriages and going back to our ancestral traditions. Um, uh, Well, first things first, I think our focus should be on reorientating the minds of our people, because a lot of us are still carrying that Nigerian mentality. And even with that reorientation, it's still going to take a while, with a lot of studies and, dissemination of information. It's still going to take a while. Dissemination of information via schools, media, and all sorts of other methods to get our people to even begin to get a sense of connection to what our ancient culture was like. Because we've been dislocated from that culture for a while. Not completely, but a significant dislocation. And with respect to marriages, well, I think it's actually a miracle that far more women aren't always born than men. In fact, the ratio tends to be 1-to-1. And I'm saying this because, women carry excess chromosome, men carry XY. And, when copulation happens, the chromosomes, they kind of, the some from the mother, some from the father blend with each other. And then one of them becomes viable. And like I said, it's quite a miracle that not far more women aren't born. But there's kind of like a balance. But then with time, the population of men drops because men just live riskier lives, more dangerous jobs, wars, and just more riskier lives. And but then uh, I don't quite think we're at a situation where there's like 2 or 3 women for every man. But there tends to be like 55% in extreme cases, 55% women to 55% men. And then you also have to be careful to look at, the age groups, because when they're younger, it tends to be 1-to-1. But as they get older, there's a decline in the population of the men. And I think ultimately, whatever ministry we have in charge for census will be in charge of gathering all the information to do our population, and the ministry in charge for the economy will probably have to work together with that ministry because the economy is the population, and you know you kind of have to, you don't want to have a runaway population that the economy is not fast enough or big enough to match. And in Nigeria, we're no longer under that threat of northerners outbirthing us with their policy of 4 wives, thanks to their religion. We don't have that pressure anymore, So, and also, with a ministry that, I don't know what ministry the census department will fall under, but such a ministry will also, can also come up with. In fact, I actually think this should be part of one of their mandates. I mean, it's not my place to say, but it's just a suggestion. Like you see in Western countries, Western countries have a population decline problem. Men and women, everything's on a decline, and they need more children. So they tend to incentivize couples. We can do the same thing too. Like if there's an epidemic of unmarried women, we can incentivize the men who are capable, who merit it, not some free-for-all madness. Men who are capable, men who merit it, you incentivize them either with free counseling on what they're even getting into. I mean, marriage is one of the weirdest courses in life. Unlike everything else, where to qualify as a doctor, you first go to a school, do the course, then get the degree. To start driving, you first go to driving school, do the course, then you get the degree. Marriage, you get the certificate first. You get this, then you now go through the course of the marriage to see what's inside. And I always ask people, before you even marry someone, ask yourself, can you marry yourself? I think should always be a good start. So, a lot of this, I think it will have to be organic. I don't think it's a situation where someone can just issue a decree, right? Okay, the man can just marry. I think it would be like a free-for-all chaos. So yeah, that's what I think about that. And then I'll leave it for there for now. But yeah, there was something else I wanted to touch on. Maybe I hope that made sense. Thank you, Darlene.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Starman. But my question to you is: don't you think that because I believe we as Indigbos, don't you think that considering our nature, we are a people that is pro natural law? We believe in nature. We believe in cause and effect in the right way, not in the way the world is projecting it to be, in the right way. So don't you think that you trying to control population of a people, don't you think it's like messing with the law of order, the natural law of order? Because, and also, I want to ask a question. Land itself, does it expand? Because when we have the right conditions in Biafra, definitely our population is going to increase. Is the land going to expand, or we create more land? So if you can just answer this in like 1 minute, so I'll give another person to speak, please.
Yeah, so I'm not talking of some sort of outright population control. It's just to observe the population and make sure that as long as we're a successful civilization, our population will always grow. That's just one of the things that comes with. I mean, even going back to when man first settled down, start farming, and by virtue of farming, producing a surplus, it could just feed more people, and not just feed more people. You could even store more extra food for when there was nothing. So and that's the same problem the Arab world has today. Why they seem hell bent on invading significant chunks of tropical Africa, because most of the Arab world is on desert land. In fact, the 90% of Arab civilization is on desert land. And up until the oil boom age, their population couldn't grow beyond a certain number, which beyond what that land, that the albeit desert, could carry. And with the oil boom age, they were no longer reliant purely on the land. They could now sell the oil, get massive amount of dollars, and then the food they couldn't import. They couldn't produce. They just imported tons and tons. The Arabs have some of the best living, in fact, if not the best living standards on the planet. Even better than most Americans, especially all those UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, those men. But then, should the oil age collapse, their current populations will shrink. So yes, with development and growth comes population increase. Land on its own does not increase. And this is why I said, we cannot allow some runaway thing. And I'm saying this, just bearing in mind what I've seen happening in northern Nigeria, where in 30 years, they allowed the Almajiri situation fester out of control. Today, we have 13 million Almajiris running around. And by 2040, there'll be 25 million. So the land doesn't grow. If you do not have the infrastructure to cater to a growing population, you're going to overwhelm the infrastructure that's there already. So we have to be very careful. Yes, but then I'm not saying some sort of top-down population control. Definitely not. And that's why I said the whole process has to be organic, but with some sort of oversight. Because me, myself, I don't want anything that's going to sound like I'm in some sort of police state where the government controls every single thing. No. Come on. But then, like you said, we're a people that follow natural law. We are a people that understand freedom. We have it running in our blood. So the government will just be there to make sure things don't get out of control. But I'm sure we'll all, especially in the full measure of time when, because going back to Biafra, yes, we're all going to go back in body first, but it's still going to take a while for our minds to really, number one, take in everything we've done and decolonize from Nigeria, from Britain, and then adjust to our new reality and then reconnect with our ancestral ways. So the whole thing is going to be a process,
All right. Thank you, Starman. Anyway,
Thank
yeah,
you.
like I said, most people that feel like to control population is a good thing. Today now, they are looking for immigrants all over the world to try and boost their population, because whether you like it or not, population contributes to the economy. You understand? Very, very much. So that's why for me, like, I like to discuss the topics that nobody want to discuss. You understand? Those who are at the helms of affair can discuss the diplomatic topic, but for me, I would discuss those ones that don't want to be discussed, because those ones are really very important, so that we can start preparing our mind and shaping our mind how we're going to be when we get to Biafra. Look at Japan today. And to these Nigerian youths, most of you want to be Japan. You can start Japan to Japan. They need people there. Their population is declining, so you can go and Japan there. As for we Biafrans, we're going home. Yeah, so that's just it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it to my two co-hosts so that they can moderate the space. And I thank you all for joining. I greet everybody, and please let's share the space, and share the space, and share the space. And also, I want to say to our brothers in Igodomigodo, I think you people need to sharpen your sword more, because some group of people are trying to steal you guys away from us. They say that we are not related, that now that you guys are now their brothers. Can you imagine? The Benin people are saying that our brothers and sisters in Igodomigodo are their own brothers and sisters. They have nothing. They understand, to connect with us. This is what a failed country does to your mentality when history has been taken away from your curriculum. Even that word curriculum, I don't like it, because it's kind of like conditioned your your field of knowledge. Like, you can only learn to a certain extent. That's what curriculum means, like giving you a runway just to learn. But we are not those type of people. We know what we want to be specialist on, and also we learn also every other thing. That's why we have DBAs in our place. DBA is not juju man. DBA is just somebody with vast number or numerous knowledge, someone that knows a lot of things, a little bit of everything, but also have a specialty. And that's the kind of people we are. So we're going to talk about all those on this space. And please, if you want to speak, you can kindly raise your hands up. I know they say I'm a controversial man, but I don't care. I'll continue to talk about the topic because we need to talk about it. You cannot run away from it. So, Mas DK and Professor, please, you guys can take over. I'll be here in the background. Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, thank you so much, my
Mazi
brother
Mastike.
Chukuma. I thought I know was gonna mute. I see
Hmm.
university there. University, can you unmute yourself? Good day, my
No, no,
brother.
give this guy Prince. Give Prince. Let
Okay,
him
yeah,
speak. Then
Prince
University
Esiri. Prince
comes. Yeah.
Esiri has been here for some while now. Prince, can you unmute yourself and talk to us?
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Oh yes, we can hear you, my brother.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you,
we can hear
Prince.
you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Please, if you can hear me, let me know.
Oh
We
my
can
God,
hear
I
you.
think he cannot hear me. I know, can you unmute and speak to him?
Can you hear me?
The host,
I
can you
don't know
hear
if
me?
you can. Maybe you should.
Prince, Prince,
Yes, can you hear
can
me?
you hear the co-host or the co-hosts? Prince.
He's gone down again.
I think he can't hear
Okay.
anyone. Let me just bring him down.
Okay, University.
I think it should be.
Honorable Minister, University.
Is it university or tech guy?
No, University. Let University go. Honorable
Uh,
Minister, let him go.
Chukuma, on
Okay.
my next submission, I'll add something to what I said about population. And yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but in time, but yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
Okay,
university goes
university.
next now before Prince comes back, and we continue from there. Our honorable minister, university, you can go on with your submission. I don't know if you're talking. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Mazidake, can you hear me?
Yes, University, can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I greet everybody, Chukwumazi, Mazidake, Professor, and my honorable minister Ogo 247. Tech guy, Eze, everybody, Otumwa Fonge, and our lovely starman. Thank you very much.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear
Hello.
you.
We can hear you.
Enoho,
Okay.
can you hear? Can you hear anyone? Can you hear me, Enoho?
She can't possibly.
Just go ahead, University. I'll bring her back up.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, very much, Chukwumazi. I wanted to respond to when my sister Fonga was talking about gender sensitivity, and she was asking you if you are on the position that men can marry more than one wife. And I love the response you gave there, but I wanted to say that I understand that when there is a organized system of leadership of government, there will always be organized society. In organized society, everything is easier to control, and when it is controlled, things fall in line that way. It becomes the culture. It is a culture reform, and you understand that what happens in Biafra land also is that there is freedom of marriage of anything. So if 2 or 3 or 4 individuals agree to live together as a family, there is nothing against it. I understand that it's against the law, probably in the West. Like in the Western Europe, you cannot marry more than one wife. You must divorce one first before you can marry another one, you know. So, but even in that, some of them, a lot of them still have girlfriends and stuff like that, you know. So, but in Biafra land, you have this freedom that you understand. You must, like, I'm from a polygamous family, and my mom agreed for the other woman to be married, to be part of the family. You understand? So that way it is better and it's also safer, and the family live together that way. But after some generation, problems started coming up from this uh, um, polygamous family, because the system was changing, and there is a clash, a kind of clash of civilization, let me put it that way. And this clash of civilization, it became a kind of construed, there is a kind of a generated misunderstanding. And then at this point the system has changed. A lot of things came in, like greed, selfish self-centeredness, and envy and grudginess. This started, it's not just inside the family, it came into the society with like a wildfire. And didn't just end there within the public affair, but it affected the private families, and it became very, very serious. And you see that the nature, if you look at Biafra land now, it's like but not just Biafra land, almost all entire Africa are like trying to learn from others, trying to compare their own civilization, or rather their own culture, with other civilization. And most of the times, because of what has happened in the past, they feel inferior, and this inferiority complexes has led to many things. And what makes it the damaging factor is the Arab civilization, and this crippled the African system. African system no longer exists. It only exists maybe within the family line, or within the tribal line, or within the ethnic line. There is a cycle that is rotating, that is happening at this time. There is a kind of shift that is happening, and that is why those who are looking for freedom must fight harder to get it, because after this cycle a different ideology is going to come. Because when there is migration, you must understand that there is war. And when there is a constant migration from some certain group of people, you know that there is a damage that has been done there. And this goes a very long way to affect the family line. Our people have this freedom to marry. You agree with me that before another woman can come into a family, the two parent, the two couples, the individuals involved must agree, and the three of them come to agreement to live together as family, and they come in. So it wasn't. Anybody who dispute this must have, grew up in the West, or must have lived in the West for a very long time, and has become inferior to his own, to what has existed in his own place. Of course, changes can always happen, and this change happens when there is a when there is a system of government that is indigenous. The people's government always reform system, reform cultures, and it's a kind of cultural development, you know and that is what I wanted to put in there. And of course, the paid agents cannot win the war. Any paid agent I see one guy that was standing against the action of the Biafran Liberation Army. That guy, all those people, does not matter. What matters is what you and I are doing here, and we are not just doing it here. Our finances are doing something, and the government are doing something, and the Biafran Defense Forces are doing something. Everybody is working very hard to ensure that we secure this freedom, because this is the system that is going to offer our people a chance to redefine all these things that we are talking about here today. So I yield my mic here. Thank you very much, Mr. Jack, Mazida K, and Professor and Umaibu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Minister University, and yeah, thank you for that submission. Uh, yeah, I see Abuchi and Fun Girl. Fun Girl had her hand up. I don't know if she probably someone mentioned what she wanted to say, but I see Abuchi there too. Fun Girl, will you just go on with your submission before Abuchi goes?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I guess I also wanted to maybe talk a little bit about the topic. Um, yeah, I mean, what we were talking about, like at the end of the day, like I said, we have a lot of work to do in our environmental, in our mental health, because we are people that have suffered a lot in the hands of the British people and the people that have conquered us, you know. So we have fought a lot. And that's why many people, when we come to space, some people yet don't know how to channel their anger, and you can hear a lot of yelling, a lot of, because these are things many have bottled inside. And now that they have the opportunity to talk about the things that have been done to them, their trauma, the only way they know to express this is through anger. And so, which I totally understand. I get it. And that is why our society, once we eventually, when we get this freedom, we really have a lot of work to do. As our one of our ministers, Ugo, said, mental health professionals, we need to be ready. We need to be ready with our skills. Bring it back home. Volunteer at times, because people are going to need this. We need to help our people. And so if you can get ready, have it as a second degree of practice, get it. Because we're going to need that, you know, because our society, we've been through a lot. And with that being said, that should be our focus. And I think eventually all these other stuff like the marriage or whatever, it will organically just fall in line. And then I think we have free will, and I think we should still have that as a, I always believe in freedom, you know, in, with respect, of course, with respecting the society, with respecting the law. You have your free will to do as you please, like our minister here, university said. If people decide that they want 5, 10 people to live together and they're okay with it, I think that's fine. But for me, at the end of the day, we need to first focus on our society as a whole, and eventually, organically, all these other things will fall in line. To talk about the paid agents can't win the war. That's right. They are fighting so hard because they see the green light for us. And we see the green light that we're about to take our destiny in our own hands. We're not waiting for Nigeria. We're not waiting for Britain. We're not waiting for America. Yeah, we want friends, right? We don't want to be people who want to be without friends. You know, we do. Everybody needs friends in their life, even in our individual lives. We have friends. So we want friends, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna compromise our freedom for anybody. You know, they see the the green light. They see that Biafra is about to emerge, and they are scared like babies. They are very, very scared right now, and that's why they are tripping. If you see, everybody is tripping. Everybody, even those ones, the Bini people. I mean, there was one space I went into. One girl, I don't know, like she's saying that the Inshan people are not a part of our Biafra. You know, in some aspects, when people say, um, I'm sorry, guys, I'm in the store right quick. I'm gonna be quick. Um, when people say they don't want to be a part of us, and I say that's who we are. We're not gonna force anybody. If we get Biafra today, when we get Biafra today, and people say they wanna go, if they wanna go, we will give them the opportunity to go. And we're not forcing anybody to follow us. And that's one thing I want to let these people who always say, if they say they are not Igbos and they don't want to come with us, they're not Biafrans, blah, blah, blah. Why are we? We're not forcing anybody, because there are people in their society. There are people in that area that are participating 100. That are participating 100, and they want to be a part of us. And when we get it and they all come together and say, okay, they no longer want to be Biafran, we are going to give them their opportunity. That's who we are in our blood. That's who we are as a people. So these paid agents, they are fighting, they are cussing, they are doing many things. They are tripping. And I say, let them continue to trip, because we are going to win. We are winning already. And that's why they are tripping. So we are going to get what belongs to us. We are going to get it by fire or by force, by peace or by pieces. Anyhow they want it, we will give it to them. And because freedom that is given through peace is Nigeria, and we don't want that. We are going to get freedom by I got you need a Biafra. If they don't care, if they want to make sure that they are saved and their lives are kept intact, they better let us go when we redeclare on the 2nd, or else we are coming and we're gonna bulldoze everything that belongs to them and theirs and their generation. I yield my mic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Phone Girl. You see, the only thing I'm just for is a Biafra that is gonna be free, and a Biafra that will compete with the international community. Also, a Biafra that will export their culture to the world, not by force, but people will come, they will see our culture, they are gonna wait, and they're gonna be like, wow, this culture is amazing. We need to copy this. Because that was how it was in the past. Just like how we are fighting for freedom, we are creating a culture of the pathway to freedom. People's going to copy our model of freedom. People are going to start forming governments in exile. And one jinx Biafra has been able to break is to let the whole world know that, most especially those who live in this current African construct, to know that this freedom is you that will give it to yourself. Nobody will give it to you. Because I've sat down, like I watch about like freedom movement or revolution movement that have happened in the past, where the people are revolting against their government, and they will be calling on United Nations, calling on Europe, calling on America to come and save them and all that. Whereas the same people that you are calling are the same people still governing you in your own country indirectly. So our own way is going to change the narrative. We're going to change everything. And people is going to understand that. You will see after Biafra comes, because our own is going to shake the world. It's going to shake Africa. There's going to be a lot of freedom movements that will rise up in Africa. And that's where I stand. I hate the fact that I'm looking at the so-called Biafrans who are coming out to claim, or Imakwandaibo and all these so-called fake big men and big women claiming they are so-called rich. You understand? Billionaires of poverty nation. I look at them. I look at the way they are dressing. They say I'm an Igbo man. Look at the other day, I was looking at what's his name? Obi Kubana. He wear red cap, he wear native. Come and put Agbada on top. This is like you are distorting our culture. We don't wear Agbada. That thing is not our culture. I hate all those things. Those are the things that upset me, because we have so many Ofekers that is claiming that they are the image of the Biafran culture, whereby sending the wrong type of culture and the wrong system of culture, all those things upsets me. Because once the culture of a people is taken, they are good as dead and gone. Why do you think our leader Onyendu said that the moment our mothers join this struggle, Biafra is going to come quicker? Because Onyendu remembers our culture, remembers all the resistance that our mothers have put over the course of our existence, the Ogomowai, how they fought the British imperialism and everything. And that's why our leader deemed it fit to be, no, we need to wake up the consciousness of our mother so that we can get this thing we are looking for. Because even as a man, when you are going to war, one of the major things that gives you hope to continue to fight on that battlefront is when you look at your back and you see your wife and you see your children, or you see your mother, or you see your daughters, and you say, no, I need to preserve these people. All of a sudden, the energy that you will use to intensify that warfare will just come from nowhere. Because whether I like it or not, these people are our positive reinforcement that makes us to go out there and do more. When you listen to our parent, what he's saying, our mother, our children, our daughter must be protected, because these are the real foundation and the future of any nation that wishes to continue to exist. So, like I say, when Biafra come, with the small money I will have, I will use it to propagate our culture, our tradition. Because for me, before my ancestors, or before we can be practicing what we are practicing today, some people forced it on us. And before they forced it on us, they had to kill us. So I will be one of those who will be pushing for this, like for our people to see our culture as this thing. Like me, where I stay today, sometimes I will come out in the daylight, and I will just stand in the junction, in the team junction, and I'm just praying. And I'm pouring water on the floor. Yes, sir, calling my ancestors and my people to come and take. Yes, sir. I want it to be in a way, just as the same way you can see evangelists, you can see sheikhs and everything going out in the public and be preaching, and people see it as normal. So you said you will see me too. As me, I will come in Teen Junction, I'll be throwing uzo on the floor, I'll be pouring water on the floor, or maybe manioc or anything I have. So you see it as a norm. So we need to project our own. We need to project our own, because our culture shaped the kind of food we are eating, that made us have some of the best food and the ingredients, some of the best ingredients in the world. So, like I say, we are in the era of awakening, and those of us who were born for this freedom are already here, and that's why the PM is making waves. And those of us who are born to correct the distorted history and culture and tradition of our people, we are also here. So if you're going to be a stumbling block to that, you better prepare yourself very well. Better tie your belt very well, because it's change, and it must change for the better. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. Mas DK, go ahead. Mas DK, you self make you talk. You know they talk. You have to give us thumbs up. Talk. Say something. Then you pass the mic, please.
Hello.
Mas DK, are you there?
Can I be heard?
Okay. Prince, go ahead. If you have the mic, go ahead, Prince.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've been actually having problem with my network. In fact, as I logged into, can anybody hear me first of all? If you can hear me,
Yes.
please just give me a thumbs up. Okay. Immediately I logged on to X and I joined the space. I was logged out of X. So I had to, switch off my location and re-log in again. And since then, the network has been, quite funny. The co-host, Mazi Chukwumezi.
Can you hold on, please? Prince, hold on.
Okay.
Tech guy, what can people do that are having issues to get on the mic? Because it seems like, how can they maneuver the network? Do you have any that they can do better to be able to speak?
Okay. Yes. The thing is, if you're having network instability, and is contribute to it, because network instability is the main thing. So, and I think I spoke in one space on how to protect our account, you know, and also whenever we have Biafran space like this, it's not everybody you will give mic. The person who has mic has somehow, you know, control in a way that, let's say I want to report this space now and I have mic. So there's a form they are going to give me that I can just fill. And in that form, they will ask me what is going on. I can say they are forming kind of, you know, terrorist discussion and all that. And I would just upload it. The algorithm, the Twitter algorithm, would pick it up from there. And from there, the space will start having problem. So that was what these these criminals has been doing on our space. They will join our space and start reporting our space. So, but since I made that pronouncement, I think before you give anybody a mic, you must know it's one of us. Unless maybe it's person you know, you've checked his profile, you know it's one of us, and maybe you think the person want to contribute. You give the person mic. Aside that, I think it's just network instability. If you have stable network, you shouldn't be having a problem. Another thing is check the update. Twitter updates, I think, 3 days. So they have new, you know, things. So you need to check your update. If you are up to date and your network is stable, the next thing is to protect your account as much as you can.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so
Thank.
much. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. You have 4 minutes. Go ahead, speak. Arinze, I want to hear you
Okay.
speak too. Arinze, are you
Okay.
there? Give me thumbs up.
I I have quite a lot to say, but I will try to summarize it. And I want to say thumbs up to my colleague, tech guy. You know, and if it's not because of all the struggle, one day I would like us to meet, because I believe there's a lot we could basically develop in terms of software together. I also was into the whole software thing, started 2003 and up to now. But naturally, because of the cares of life and stuff like that, you know, I mean, I'm literally in and out of it. But it has always been my first love. Understand? So basically, I understand you perfectly from the from the practical aspect of what I would say physics or physical manifestation. You understand? And that's the truth. You get. Now, what I really want to say is this: except the one we follow, which is our supreme leader, is an idiot and is a fool, right? And is foolish and stupid for him to go on national TV and tell the world that Chukwu EKID is bringing us back to our lands, right? I think that is the most stupid thing in this life to say. Because naturally, the world will ask, who is Chukwu EKID? Nobody knows Chukwu EKID. That's the truth. But naturally, based on his antecedents, we all can all, to a fact, proven that whatever this man is doing, whatever he's saying, you cannot basically put it into mathematics. That's the truth. That is one truth. And I want to also say something here too. I am not just a software developer. I am a dibia. I am not just a dibia, or I'm not even started practicing in terms of going to Kira and all those kinds. No. I am a dibia who is searching deep into the occultic science and into the natural science of what we have today. You understand? If you go back to our history, right, there is a whole lot of what one would say loopholes here and there. The story leads you to this point, it disappears, it's broken, it's this, it's that, it's that, it's that. But at the same time, the truth is printed boldly in front of you. And that is how me, as one who is a programmer, naturally that have that desire that I believe that I was born to do it, and one who is a dibia thinks, applying these two principles. Now, in science, and I want tech guy to correct me if I'm wrong, I will have videos to prove it, right? There's what they call metaphysics. I'm gonna have a video right here where a scientist was talking about quantum physics, talking about the atomic energy and how they kept probing, and they discovered that atomic energy is not the smallest indivisible particle. They probed, they saw other particles, they went down and they got to a place, I'll try and share it, where their mathematical knowledge could not exceed that boundaries. The only way they could access the other place, it was through mantra, Indian mantra, which we know has sound and frequency. If we want to talk about mathematics, we want to talk about wave, everything comes down to a logarithm, as they say. But naturally, in the sphere and even proven by science, which we might call dark matter, there are two kinds of existence that is combined into two. If you look at trigonometry or geometry in school, they tell you about the circumference of a circle. Now, you look at a square, it has 4 angles. When you add those 4 angles together, it gives you what? 360. You look at a circle, it doesn't have any angle at all. But the radius, correct me if I'm wrong, 22 over 3, or 23 over 3 or something, there is a fraction deficiency. It means that there is no being on the surface of the earth that can calculate existence and where it comes from. Now, science themselves has proven that through mantra and through many of the things. The concept of meta, taking things into meta space and everything, came from this concept of what our ancient ancestors have practiced today. Now, you see my pain. My pain is this. I don't want to, like I said, I agree to a reasonable extent what the guy is saying. But in some other extent, I totally disagree. And I'm speaking from the concept of understanding these two realities. You understand? Our Asian civilization, don't let anybody come and deceive you that it was a monkey that came down or we're taken out of DNA and all of that. There is no civilization on the surface of the earth that does not start from cosmology. A cosmology does not give you a so-called quote and in quote the time in which man came into existence, but the principles which you can align to the principal facts of how things exist can give you a timeline of everything came to be. Now that is the circle, which they call that is the circle, and that is the line they call the radius of a circle. So naturally, for these two reality, when one is the spirit, when one is the idea, when it's consciousness, is inspiration, to merge with the physical self, which is your physical being in terms of your physics and everything, you have to come to a way where you now put the square, insect the square, or insect the circle inside the square, that both of them have to be one. Now, if you go and look at every occultic body in this world that rule this world, from Illuminati, from Freemasons or whatever, you will see that the circle and the square is a very principled formula in which they govern. The truth is that I wouldn't really want to go deeper into that. Do you understand? But when we're talking about science, many of our technology you see today, except maybe you want to argue with us that the Greeks, who they were democratic, as they say, by nature, but are actually barbarians who were the sea people, did not come to Kemet or Mizraim or ancient Egypt to learn. Even before they were taught, it took how many years when they were chasing them out because they were not even seen to be given knowledge. One thing in Africa, and what people don't understand, is that knowledge is so sacred. Our ancestors did everything to guide it and to say it is only those who are deserving of carrying it can carry it. It goes beyond the principle, what do you call Java creation and stuff like that. Now, some certain things I know, which I'm still working on. Now, these are informations that have been hidden. Arguably, it is said that 16 letters of the English words was taken out of EKID. All of these things might look like rumors. Go and study the ancient writing system, which is the organograph, which today they ascribe to the Druids. It actually originated from Igbo land. It carries 38 mathematical expression of principles, which are not writing systems, but this is what we call in chain, which are not writing systems, but actually a manifestation of the principle of the divine, giving access to this inspiration, as you call it, to come and create what you call matter, as far as existence is concerned. In my own research, in my own understanding, all of us who are here, see, don't be deceived. If you have gone to school, if you've gone to university, if you've gone to all these systems that was created by your colonial masters, I can tell you, no matter how intelligent you are, and you're still working based on their concept of the principles which they took from your ancestors, and up till date, they've not been even able to replicate 1/3 of it, right? And you hold on to that concept and believe that maybe your ancestors were barbarians. No, your ancestors understood balance. Let me give you an example. Do you know why men naturally marry one wife? People might dispute the fact that, okay, the Bible is a hoax. Yes, I agree. The Bible may be a hoax. Hoax is algorithms, like they say. It is codes and everything. But sometimes you ask yourself these questions. Some of these stories, can you go to the actual location and verify those facts? Yes, you can verify them. But the only difference is that you would see that they have changed either the names or they've changed something there. This is how they do. Now, what did they do? They colonized you. First of all, they colonized you. What did they do? Control, alternate, delete, boom. And they give you identity that is coming from the colonial masters. The people who do not know how to do hygiene, people who homosexuality came out of, these are the same people who we are giving as a standard of the pinnacle of our existence. When even Nnamdi Kanu said it, and a white man was saying that the first written democracy was written in Biafra land, do you think our ancestors were barbarians, or they were just wearing cloth and they did not know how to apply those principles? No, it is simple. It is how the principle of creation is created. Everything, whether the man or the woman, has a will. The man has a purpose, the woman has a purpose. Though the woman being the carrier of what you might call life, the ovaries, and even proven by, what do you call it? What's this word scientists, they call it pathogenesis or something, where in rare occasions, women who are not married somehow give birth because she also carries the sperm bank within her. It is solely given to the male to carry that seed, in which the ovary or whatever nurtures, grow, which is referred to as Allah, which is referred to as earth. So naturally, you cannot be in your house and give exaltation to your father and disregard your mother. That wasn't how our society worked. Our society worked on balance, on divine principles. Do you know why? See, believe it or not, if anybody told you in the beginning that Eve or a serpent came and gave Eve apple, and Adam and Eve, and they ate it and they were deceived, and you believe that, no disrespect, you're a big fool. If they told you that it was the baboons that taught our ancestors how to write in CBD, and you believe that, you are a fool. No disrespect. You know why? It means that you have lost an idea of your cosmology. If you go to your cosmology, like I said, there is no civilization on the surface of the earth, and Techman should correct me if I'm wrong, that exists without a cosmology, whether primitive or civilized. If you go to your technology, all these things you see as baboons, you see as snake, serpent, or whatever, they are all totems to code whatever energy, based on the fact that we, as the completeness of the universe, everything created in us, everything we see is an expression of us. So even we can learn from the baboon. But the baboon in itself carries a godhead. If you go to the Igbo cosmology, there was a king gorilla who existed before man. But we can exalt the stories of our colonial masters who went to Egypt and copied from the Egyptian. Arguably, is a very, very, very stupid argument. When I hear some people come and tell me that our ancestors came from Kemet, I just ask you one simple question. Okay, no matter. We came from Kemet, okay, bring your cosmology and let me bring my cosmology. Show me your time system. Let me show you my own time system.
1 minute.
Do you understand? Show me your time system and let you show me my time system. You would see that naturally, what people ascribe as maybe Arusi and all these things, these are energies, forms of inspiration for men to achieve the technologies our ancestors achieved. If you go to Aruchukwu, many of the things they destroyed and took from there, they did not show you. Even some of the things I saw in just maybe dark web and everything, this thing was, what are you talking about, the medieval age? The white man has not been replicate that today. And that is one truth. So the concept of the woman and the man, when it comes to family, naturally it comes from a point of responsibility. We don't actually come from the family is sacrifice. A man can have just one child in his family, and it is the responsibility of that child to populate the family, to make sure that that name goes far. My ancestors to today, their lands are still open. Being the oldest man of my father's house or something, it is just my responsibility to definitely do the same thing. Not because I want to do it, but because these are the things that brought about the continuity, that covenant. In the ancient times, not everybody married two wives. It is something of understanding. The woman had a place. The woman was highly industrious. In some cases, she would even give her husband, take, marry this one. You read it in the concept of the story in the Bible and all of that. Now, if truly we claim, we believe this man who is our leader, and so far, he has not even given us a template, defined template, well-recognized template, like Nnamdi Kanu. But so far, his antecedent has spoken for what Biafra is. It is not a debate on what Biafra will be. Biafra will take his nature according to the spirit of truth, not disregarding science, not.
They don't stop him.
Can anybody still hear him?
No.
No.
Please,
His line is breaking.
actually I want to make a submission before I go.
Disregarding technology.
Please, can he round up? Just let me make a submission, please.
How they do your job, you need to be coordinating this thing.
But I'm done. I rest my mind. Thank you.
Okay. Chukuma, can I go ahead?
Mazdika, are you there? Are you there? All right, go ahead. Professor will take over.
Okay. I welcome the presence of Ronnie.
Hello, is it
I
my
also
turn?
recognize
Abuchi,
the
is it my
presence of
turn now?
Starman. I recognize the presence of Emeka.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
I welcome each and every one of you. Starman, you are.
Can I speak now?
Please hold on. I'm on the mic. Can't you hear me?
Hello?
Hi. Who is this speaker?
Abuchi, somebody is speaking.
Abuchi, somebody is speaking, okay?
Oh, sorry for that.
Okay, Abuchi, don't worry. We'll get back. We'll get to you in a short while. Okay. I recognize these two gentlemen. Strong. I call Starman a very strong man. I have not even checked my message that he sent me for a while. I just saw it. I'm sorry, Starman. I have to respond to that message. And Ronnie, you guys, unage liver guy. Two of you, this Ronnie and Starman and Ife, you guys get liver. Like the kind of space you guys do join. And again, justice and fairness. I cannot talk without mentioning the man. I cannot stand these spaces. I can't join them. I'm telling you. And each time I see you guys, and it's usually midnight. Right now, where I am now, it's about 3 or after 3. That's 3 a.m. All right, and I want to catch some sleep before tomorrow morning. And I am surprised. I will be surprised again if I wake up. I will still see you guys on these criminal spaces, and I will begin to ask myself, who, what kind of human being are these men? Like, and you see Starman no dey gree for anybody. And this is the kind of war that is going on, and nobody care to talk about it. And you see this topic, we should not discuss about science and technology and forget about this particular topic. You see this topic that Chukwumaeze have brought. We need to talk about this topic. And it is very necessary that we discuss about this, because somehow we might begin to talk about cosmology and science and technology, how mathematics and some of them came to be. And it will take our mind away from talking about the zoo-paid agents, because I can categorically tell you that these guys are open now. Like, it's as if the bank slip payment where they receive their money is now reactivated. That, they are always online to demonize Biafra.
Over time now.
Exactly, Mazi Dike. Like, this is getting out of hand, and we will never ever let that happen. We will never let that happen, because, of course, they know they have lost. We have gotten to where we are now. But before I go into the topic, let me make a comment, just a little bit comment on what our brother said. You see, I will not agree with everything he said, just like he did not agree with everything I say, because there is a great difference between science and cosmology. All right. You guys can go to YouTube and type Abdul Bari. You just Abdul Bari is an Indian professor. That man taught me engineering for 5 years. Abdul Bari, just Abdul Bari, Bari, Abdul, normal Abdul. He's an Indian professor who specializes in high-level algorithm. All right, and if you pass through that man, through his class, and you did not understand what this world of science is all about, it means you might not likely get a job in a very big tech company. That's just the truth. But there is something shocking about what the man told me one day. He said, because I mentioned my Igbo name, like, to him, everybody know me. Unlike now, I inherited this name tag. Everybody know my Igbo name in my class. So that Igbo name sound somehow to his ear. And the man called me one day and asked me, what part of Nigeria are you coming from? I told him. He said, oh, the Igbo people. I said, yes. And that man gave me a special book that I read. If you can verify this, you can email the man. Go to YouTube. He has a YouTube channel where he teach high-level algorithm. If you want to learn, data structure and algorithm, go to. I passed through him, like, I read system architectural design. That's my course. That's my main course. Not just software engineering. System design. That is what I passed through that man. And the man said something. He said that the Igbo people are the ancient people, but along the line, they mismanaged their talent. And when invaders came, invaders invaded them and took away everything they have. They could not preserve their identity. So I did not argue with Abdul Bari, because you can never argue with the professor and win. I kept quiet. He said, yeah, but some of you who are in this country to study, I urge you to preserve your identity. I urge you, to study harder go beyond just solving mathematical, equations and solving, algorithm just to prove a point. Go beyond this and make research. So he gave me a secret book. That man, like I said, you can. When we meet in Finland, most of you, I'm going to meet you one-on-one. For those who are going, it's going to be a very big topic, so that I can categorically call the professor in your presence. And that book, I am coming with it to Finland. I'm coming with that book he gave me about Ndibo. Now, where I am faulting what my brother said is, I am not here to attack Igbo cosmology or the ancient Ndibo. No. I said, before you talk about how we are going back to practice what our ancestors practiced, we should first of all investigate what are those mistakes they made. What did they do that they didn't do it right? That allowed, the dark forces to overrun them. What I mean the dark forces, I mean the Caucasians, to overrun them, outsmart them, take away everything they have, their ancient civilization. Went and rebranded it both in Greek, in Rome, and return it back in the form of Western civilization in the name of Christianity. What happened? Like there must be, we need to trace to that. That's my argument. Because I have about 40 OFK people on Facebook making noise everywhere. We need to go back. And when you ask them, what are you going back to that our ancestors practice? Some of them don't even know. They cannot identify the quantum, high level mathematics our ancestors solved. They don't know it. They don't care to know. And when you say, join this Biafra, because Biafra is the only thing that can restore this thing you guys are fighting on Facebook. By the time we support Mazi Simon Ekpa and get Biafra, we will sit down on a random table. We will trace it back, then solve that problem, then trace. Of course, it's not everything they did was right. We need to trash some things which made them to fall. We need to say, okay, this thing they did was not good, and that was why invaders captured them. We trash it. Those ones that are good, we pick it up, and we are going to build a greater nation. That was my argument. I'm like, man, anybody talking about our ancestors, some said our ancestors married for a wife, we are going there. I am not arguing that. But there has to be a system in a place where we are going to trace it, organize this system. We will have a stable government that is going to look after. If you go, okay, under Nigerian Zoological Republic, you go marry for a wife because someone on Facebook who is in Indonesia claiming as of EKID is pressuring you to marry for a wife. And you are in Lagos managing yourself, trying to organize your business, trying to, you marry one, keep one in Owerri, keep one in Onitsha, then keep one in Enugu, and you are with one in. I am telling you, my brother, in the next 15 years, that Ofeke will disappear on Facebook, and you have your life and your wives to contend with, because Nigerians have not given us that system to practice what our ancestors practice. Our ancestors didn't see Nigeria. They don't understand what Nigeria look like. They never dreamed that one day their generation will suffer this marred torture, slavery, to this extent that we are now, that all of us are in foreign land. We are suffering cold in weather that we are not adapted to. The first country I traveled to, when I landed in that country, I nearly died. Why? Because, of the weather. We are not used to it. We are not used to foreign civilization. We are not used to homosexual, gay, lesbian. We are not used to a lot of things, but today we are here to see it happening. And that is why I say, instead of making all this noise, join us so that by the time we fight for Biafra, declare Biafra, and defend it, we are going to sit, we will sponsor reasonable politicians to debate it in their house. And by the time everything is put in order, I know Biafran government will never ever restrict anybody from marrying 10 wives, if you wish. But Biafran government should have something in place to tell you about the consequences of it. Because It's not about raising your prick and jumping from one, big nyash to another. There is a lot of consequences, grave consequences attached to it. And that's my conclusion concerning this. And I also want to wish this is not the topic, because this particular topic I'm seeing on my screen, man, this topic is very deep. Okay. This topic I am beginning to, because Minister of Information, I had a secret conversation with him, and he told me that these things are not necessary. That we should just be doing our space. Nobody should, come on space, to, to expose anybody. This is not the time. That if I have time and I have access to expose anybody, I should document the person instead. And I listened to him, like, as my guy. I listened to him, like, I said, okay, no problem. But what I'm seeing today on space is very, 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 very dangerous, and is a cancer that, if care is not taken, even before Biafra is declared, our people in Igodomigodo are going to suffer the consequences. Because these criminals, most of them are from that side. And if you see the way they treat Ife and Starman and some other Biafrans who try to put things in order, you definitely understand that these guys are not human beings. These guys are out of, order. Most of them are Igbos. They have been paid to make sure that, man. And my pain is now the people who are supposed to come to Biafran space to listen to Biafrans are there. They always have majority of people listening to them. If you go there, you see massive number of people listening to this trash of lies. If you see lie, the kind of lie these people peddle is dangerous. Of course, they know they can never win the war, but the damage of the war is what I'm here to, to talk about. We need to, never ever, as this space is going down, another space is up. We need to have this countermeasure that we faced Afonja. We need to have this same countermeasure we faced obedience. We need to have this countermeasure that we need to embrace ourselves together again and make sure that we decimate it with everything on our head. Of course, they don't used to give me mic any longer. I can request for mic in as much as they already marked about 5 of my accounts. Anytime I request mic, no, they don't. They will be like, no, never give that guy mic. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let them know already. Because they have made some mistakes in the past and they are not going to repeat that mistake again. But of course, they recognize Starman and, Ronnie. These are people that always give them headache, with little discussion. And I understand the kind of position of Starman, because Starman and Ronnie, they will come as their friend. Each time they want to talk about our prime minister, Starman will divert their attention. They will be like, did you insult me? No, withdraw your statement. Don't insult me. Don't insult me. 10 hours will pass where Starman is dragging that one idiot grandmaster should withdraw his statement, or one idiot like that. And I love that. And people like me, my pain, it is very painful. I can't stand and be listening to some of them. They have group and they know each other. Most of them are residing in UK. Most of them are residing in the United States. They know when to come. And they are very strategic in picking their topics. And they look like these ones are the genuine ones. So my brothers and sisters, they can never win this war. We need to embrace a countermeasure with a high level of equipment, I just bought new 2 SIM cards to register to create another account. Since they have identified all my accounts, I have to create new ones to see if we can keep on disrupting, because that's the only thing we can do to them. All right. And of course, they know Starman, they always give him mic, and Starman always take his time to make sure he corrects some of these lies, because the dangers of lies is dangerous. So I yield my mic from here for now. Let us talk about this topic. Forget about science. The day of science and technology and Greek cosmology and other cosmologies and whatever. The day is coming. The day we are going to talk about the EFIK-IBIBIO and the Omenala is coming. And I'm going to prove to you that there will be nothing like technology without Omenala. I'm going to prove it to you. And there is also dark forces, and there is also forces behind technology. At least my over 15 years of experience have proven to me that, man, I have gotten to this level of mathematics where I can differentiate them, you know. So the day of that is coming. Let us deal with this topic. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, man. This space is like it's been under attack, but don't worry, I got it. Um, I need a co-host. Arrange, I sent you a co-host, so please pick it up. Yes, yeah, pick it up because I need somebody that can be controlling in case I get busy with things. Yeah. What I want to say, you see that girl, Princess, that one that they call Eweka or whatever her name is, from that so-called fake invader people's lineage that is claiming that Benin is this, Benin is that. I want to ring out a bell to her. The worst thing she will ever do, or the worst mistake she will ever do in her life, is try to tell lies about Biafra, because these people, they don't care about. They don't even. It's not like they care about the Benin people. They don't care about the Benin people. All they care about is that thing that they are benefiting. That thing that they are benefiting from the so-called government of the day. That's why she was even one of the reasons I decided to put up this space. Because when you go to that space, I was there last night. My brain was just, it's like my brain was undergoing a surgery because everything that was coming out of the mouth of these people is just something unbelievable. Very useless set of human beings. And she's a woman. As in, I don't understand how as a woman you sit out there and propagate lies. Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't sit as in, I don't seem to comprehend that. So with the lies and everything they said about Igodo, how all of a sudden, because one of the real neo-colonial tools before that so-called zoo was created and they started having a central government was those Bini people, those Bini crown, the fake invaders that came all the way from wherever they came from, those Yoruba relations that came over from wherever they came from and come and take over that land. Because the colonial masters used them very well to propagate all the evil they wanted to propagate during that time and that era. So now all of a sudden now they tell you that the Ishan people, Afrima, Igodo people, that they are now Edoid. I never even heard of that kind of nomenclature before. They say that those people are now the brothers of, they are brothers with the Bini people, that they have nothing to do with Biafra. So I'm sitting down here and I'm thinking, like, where's this girl getting all these narratives from? Where is she getting all these narratives from? So you just go to see that this country, this so-called fake country, Nigeria, has just only been done to fight anything that's indigenous about the people, to destroy anything indigenous about the people. And that's the more reason why we need to stand up and fight this evil that is facing us right in our face. And that's one of the reasons I opened this space. And everybody is welcome to talk. And please, if we have disagreement, we are going to do it constructively. If you disagree with somebody, you don't have to be interjecting the person. You can just say you want to rebut or you want to interject, or you at least give us notice so that you have the mic. I know Ron is here, and I know whenever Ron is here, it's Brass Boost. So, but if you have any disagreement, please just indicate, and you have the opportunity. And I don't know what's going on today. I don't seem to be able to like keep a co-host. They have just been kicking everybody out. But it's okay. We'll continue. They know that very soon that their paycheck is going to be cut off. So that's why they are doing so hard. They're trying so hard to make sure that they try to stop us from what we are doing. but they got it wrong. Because at the end of the day, we have gone. We have left them. Nigeria is gone. To us, Nigeria don't exist. Who's that? Who's speaking? Anyway, Ronnie, take the mic. Then we'll go to Stammer.
Okay.
Ronnie, are you there? Ronnie? Stammer, go ahead. I think there's one person in this space that is attacking this space. I need to identify who that person is. Let me kick you out. Because I don't know what is going on. Everybody that comes on speaker, they keep taking them out. Stammer, please go ahead.
Yeah, before I go, I don't know, maybe Abuchi should go because I see he's been here for a while and he's had his hands raised. So maybe I'll go after him.
And thank you.
Abuchi, go ahead.
Thank you, Staman, and thank you, everyone. And I want to just appreciate the great works that you people are putting on this space to continue the fight, because this is a fight that we have won, but it needs to be declared. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you all the ministers who are here today, and all our ministers. I just give glory to the Chukwu that have made it possible to see that everybody is up and doing. Like the topic say, the paid agents, and they can't win. Actually, they can't win. They are putting on their last fight. And you know, when you go to a movie and you see that the fight is coming, the film is coming to an end, all those people that are opposing the actor will speeding up, will put on more strength and power to attack the real actor. You see, this is what is happening in our battle now. Those people that are paying them, are gingering them, are trying to let them know that they are losing. So they just put more little petrol that is already going on reserve, and that they are already going down. So well done to everybody. There are so many things that I will plead with the Biafran government, because I know that there are so many brainwashed Biafrans who don't know the importance of freedom. So many Biafrans have been corrupted. They have been, their mind have been sold to material things, and they forget that freedom is the only thing that can guarantee their life. Freedom is the only thing that can guarantee their peace of mind. Freedom is the only thing that can guarantee them future. And we thank God for our Prime Minister. We thank God for the strength and the power he's putting into this. And he has made it clear that he will handle Biafra to the future generation. There won't be a second person. He will do it. And we all supported him because we know that what he said, he can do it. And with us backing it up, he will do it. So I keep on asking Chukwu Abiyama to continue to strengthen him and strengthen every one of you who is doing one thing or the other, who is holding space, who is talking to the people that matters. I keep on asking Chukwu Abiyama to continue to strengthen you, give you wisdom upon wisdom, because I know that 2nd of December, we will all go back to our land. Thank you very much, every one of you. But one other thing I want to contribute in terms of our tradition, those that are on the helm of affair, that are controlling that arena, supposed to put on more strength and begin to figure out how we can educate our people, because of Nigeria, it has bastardized our idea in terms of our tradition. Our tradition has been corrupted. A lot of things have gone wrong, and a lot of things need to be corrected. You know, I know that it is still young to say what we are going to do, but I plead that whosoever is in charge will devise a method or a way to bring the education back. Because one evil thing that the British did against us is to take away the history of our land, take it away from us. That gap have caused a lot of damage. So anybody that still have the history of what has been should be thinking about resurrecting it, because we need to know where our forefathers, what they are doing, how they go wrong, and what they did well and what they did wrong, so that we won't make the same mistake. You see, because so many landmarks have been taken away because of the dubious people, because of the evil people, and how we will correct our minds to continue to think about our traditions again. I was brought up in the village. In my village.
Can you round up in 1 minute, please? Round up in 1
Okay.
minute, please.
Okay. I was brought up in a village. In those days, nobody, if you leave your purse in any place, you go back there, you take it. Nobody will take your purse, or will take away your purse, or take away your wallet, or touch your things, or go to your farm and take what doesn't belong to them. It doesn't happen. So I plead with our traditional men and women to go back to work, because we need to go back to the ancient way we do things. I thank every one of you. And one other thing I want to say before I round up is, please, whatever we are saying, whatever we are doing, we need to be putting our money where it belongs, because we need the money to go for us too. We know that men are fighting, so we need to buy granules, we need to buy whatever they need for them. So if we are talking, we should be putting something down, because we need we
Hold on, one
that,
second.
yeah.
Abuchi, I told you to round up in 1 minute, please.
Okay,
Make your
you
final.
can go on.
Thank you. Yeah, mouthpiece, please take the mic. I don't know what is going on today. They don't want nobody to speak.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I picked up the co-host, but they keep kicking it out. If I want to see those requesting for mic, they kick me out. They kick the oh my goodness. It's so vicious today. I can now see I see the request, but that it still shows that I'm a speaker but not a co-host. But it's crazy. I think the paid agent thing is what is hurting that. They're angry. They're pissed.
Yes, all of them, including what is that guy name? All of them, from Abe governor to princess to
Yeah.
all of them, they are all paid agents, and very soon their check will be stopped.
that,
That check that comes to them will stop it. Look at the one called princess. All she knows how to do is to be is to be showing Gucci sneakers that her godfather bought for her. All those Africans in this place, take that message to her and send it. That's why, because she know that once we stop her work, she will not get that money again. Bunch of so-called people that don't understand that freedom is paramount compared to whatever material things that you are benefiting. They don't know what freedom is all about. That's why I always commend Starman, Mans DK, even Ronnie. When they go on these spaces and when they talk over there, man, I don't even understand how they manage to be patient and listen to all the gibberish that comes out of their mouths. But anyway, I want to move this mic.
Yeah.
So please, co-host, you people should help me out because I'm at work, but we need to do this.
But you have
So
to,
please, you guys should help me make
your
this.
eyes will have to be there because I can see what is going on. They're really shaking the space. They're shaking the space. That is, they're attacking it terribly, viciously. So,
Now those people where they
Yeah,
go
I
report
know,
the space
I
where
know. I
they
didn't
go
even know
for
why
the
that guy resigned from that Twitter. He should have been kicking out all those Afonjas in that Twitter that wanted to that will become the parasite of today, affecting our spaces. But anyway,
now
let's
they
move the mic.
now they move where they
I
go
think
report
it's
the space.
Awin. I don't know. Is it Awin? After Awin, we go to Mazi Onyeka, then to our honorable minister Otuamoya. So Mazi Awin Bini, please take the mic.
Thank you so much, my great people, Namoches and my Nemoches that are here. Mouthpiece. I love you
I
so
love
much,
you
my
more. I
sister.
love you more. Make them they cry.
I am just coming. Thank you. I am just exiting a particular platform right now on the space as well, where our people there are tackling the falsehood that is going on in that space. I don't want to mention it here. May God bless all of you for what you are doing for my mother's ancestral land. I am doing my own, but it is not enough to make Biafra come. But I will continue to do it and defend the interests of the Biafran people and that country, that great country that is about to come, God's willing. The honorables that are here, I salute all of you, the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, I salute you. I salute Mazen Namde Kano, wherever the evil, the demons have kept him. I pray that God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, that brought you forth, will continue to keep you to stand on the side of truth and the freedom of the Biafran people.
You say
Thank you, sir. I remind you are Okene, you are one of Biafra, and I will do everything within my limit to make sure that I support in any way that I can. The paid agents can't win the war. Biafra is here to stay. Biafra is sacrosanct to me. If you, as a Biafran whose mother, both parents are Biafrans, cannot fight for Biafra, I will continue to fight for Biafra. And I will never envisage a time when I will be forced to bequeath the kind of struggling and fighting that we are doing today to the unborn children of Biafra land. The onus is on us to make sure that we right the wrongs of the past and make sure we bring down the zoo and restore that great nation, Biafra. I would like to say here today that whatever that is happening to us today is not by coincidence. If you look at 1967 to 1970, the paid agents were there as well. The paid agents are here today with us, in front of us. And from their utterances, you will know them. And it's quite unfortunate that most of these paid agents are not outside Biafra. They are within Biafra. That is why the Igbo people say that what kills a cow lives inside the cow, in the stomach of the cow. And we cannot because they are there, challenging us, attacking us, and we fall victim. No, we cannot. Biafrans are the richest tribe in Africa. And I do not know the reason why we cannot fund our men to defend our land and support adequately the Prime Minister and his honorable members to restore Biafra and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't quite get it. We have everything within our limits to make sure that our land is rid of these elements of destruction that are coming in on daily basis. And I would like to use this opportunity to thank the men on the ground, men and women on the ground, that saw that carried out the destruction of that Laduga and advanced Ruga in Imo State. May God continue to bless you. Whatever they do is to test our pulse. And if we do nothing, they will come back in full force for showing to them, telling them, announcing to them that we cannot take such nonsense in our land, my mother's ancestral land. Send a very big signal to them. Thank you so much for what you did. With all the things that they are doing to Biafrans, there is no IDP camps in Biafra land before this idiot brought them into our land. And I am here to tell you today that displaced camp they try to establish in Biafra land is one of the subtle ways of relocating these evil people into our land. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say they brought in 100 displaced people in there. Have they checked their background and where they are coming from? Do you know what will happen in the next 6 months? That displaced camp will, instead of 100 people in there, it will be more than 600 people. And that is how it is going to be increasing, to the extent that they will be farming in there. They will be looking for places to farm, just like it happened in Zango Kataf in southern Kaduna area. Today, go and see what is happening to Zango Kataf, the southern Kaduna people. The indigenous people there are being chased away. Their lands are being encroached from what that was given to them to settle. That is the IDP camp that Hope Uzodinma brought into Biafra land. And I thank God that our people took it upon themselves to destroy that facility there. Let them go to other places to set up the IDP camps. No matter what we have gone through in the hands of Nigeria, the zoo has been supported by the imperialists that ruled Nigeria before. It was destroyed. They are going to come on. These people will not rest until they dip their Quran into the Gulf of Guinea, to the Atlantic. God did not make no mistake for bringing people like you, people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people like the Prime Minister and his cabinet members to defend the land of Biafra.
Sorry, Awin, a second, please.
Go ahead.
Chukwumeze, if you look at our space, they are taking people out one by one. Okay, so that they've taken David out, Tech Guy out, Fongel out. They're now getting to Otunwamwanya. I'm watching Otunwamwanya is going to be the next person they're going to take out now. From there, Awin, you are next. They're going to take out. So I just wanted to inform Chuku Meze to please check it. That's what they're doing. They're taking them out one by one. Thank you. Go ahead, Arwin.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I see that mouthpiece. What I just want to say is those paid agents that is attacking the space. You people better be ready to romance your godfathers very well. Romance them. Go and learn all the hostile use and romance them. Because you see that paycheck is going to cut off very soon. It's going to really cut off very soon. It doesn't matter. If
Let
you
me make
like,
my submission if I won't has finished.
yeah, if you like, bring the space down. I will open another one. So, Mazi and Umbini, please just round up in 1 minute so that Minister Otunwamaya can go ahead and go to Nika.
All right. Thank you so much. No matter what they do, no matter whatever they do to disrupt this gathering, we will continue to foster and we will continue to preach it where it hurts them. They refuse to listen to the truth. That is why they are doing what they are doing. Biafrans all over the world, if there is never a time that you will wake up to stand tall to defend your ancestral land, it is now. They did it to Mazen Namdekano in YouTube. They remove everything. They try to micro zone. How do I say it? To prevent people from listening to Mazen Namdekano, and they failed. Here too, they are going to fail. And I use this opportunity to thank all of you for what you are doing. Continue with what you are doing. The world is listening, and those that love freedom are also listening. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless all of you for what you are doing for my mother's ancestral land. I yield.
Thank you.
Minister, go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful people, thank you so much. Let me quickly speak on the topic. The paid agents. Our people used to say that not aramwe beloji below. These people, I see a lot of them are gonna end up like a Judas ended up, having collected huge amounts of money, building hotels and whatever they are doing without delivering. Even at this point, to stop what we're doing, they could not deliver to stop. They ended up stopping Mazinam Dekano, but they couldn't stop the movement. They couldn't stop the Biafra from coming. And as you see, the time is, we have short time. In less than 60 days, Biafra is going to be redeclared before the whole world. And these people, they are doing everything possible. That is why some of them are going on hosting spaces, calling us criminals, insulting us, insulting our prime minister. Like it's been said, that a lot of effort are going to be, they are going to come out from their cages to do what, to know if they can, get something tangible and report to their paymasters. But to no avail, everything they are going to do has come to fail. They will not see anything. Some of them are going to end up hanging themselves. Some of them they will fight each other. The time is coming because I can't see how they're going. This is their end. We have put them to rest. End of impunity, which we all witnessed. It has come to an end. After December 2nd, we are going to witness a different life, something we have never seen in our lives, something the criminal denied us, people who hate themselves, they denied us to see better life because they have opportunities of being in a better place. And whenever you talk of freedom, Biafra, Mazinam, the Kano, Simon, but they tell you, no, we don't want to hear this. We want to remain in the zoo. They prefer to remain in the zoo. Prefer that the only few of them will be eating with a golden spoon, while the rest other people, they don't want to know what people are suffering. It's a shame. It's a shame, but it has come to an end. Like our people said before, Tech Guy Man, talking about going back to our forefathers' way of life before. I just want to, when he said that he saw there is danger in marrying many wives. That is his own view of perspective, but it's not true. I will tell you that according to what our sister, the professor, explained, I quite agree with her. And my own view, what people, your personal view of life, the way you choose to live your life determines how you will live and manage with your family. To me, if you have evil in your brain, if you have bad things to harm your fellow human being, you will end up not being contented with whoever is your co or wife and so forth. But if you have sound mind, if you have a clear mind, you will be contented. You will contend with whoever you see living with you, even with your neighbor. That is how life should be. But we choose to live a life given of other people. That is why we can't even imitate them very well. We are making mess of it, and we left our own living the life they give to us. That is why people can view marrying different wives, marrying many wives as, oh, there's going to be commotion, there's going to be trouble. I tell you, there's not going to be any trouble. Be contented, content with your fellow human being, and peace will reign. Let me yield the mic for now. Thank you.
Hello, Chukuma, are you there? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
try your
It's
tongue.
Was speaking. After him, let Onyeka go, then you go next,
Onyeka.
please. I'm talking to Elon Musk now.
Use
I'm
not
telling him,
your
say, he
tongue.
the fuck up.
Okay, yeah. When I
Do I have the
was
mic?
trying to. Oh,
Use off your mic is not.
Mazi Onyeka, are you there?
Ronnie,
Yes, I'm
hold on,
here.
Ronnie.
I am here, my
you thought I
people.
can move up so that they have not moved
Okay,
back
Mazi
again. No.
Onyeka, you can drop a submission.
Okay, thank you so
Ronnie,
much.
hold on.
Thank
Let
you.
Onyeka speak.
Thank you for
Yeah, after Onyeka, Ronnie, you can go
great
there.
people, great Biafrans. I thank you for your good works. I thank my honorable ministers. I thank my ladies, comrades. Special thanks to BDF and the Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency Ekwa Simon, the good guy, and the Supreme Leader of Biafra, His Excellency Oyendumaz Nnamdi Okukano, Dikana Ogunanya. I thank you all for your good works for me, my people. I say more grace to your elbows. You see, before I want to go to the topic, there's a saying in Igbo Hadith that says, "Azotale resolute." I do use one illustration. What we are fighting for is like we are fighting for the land. And those who are going after money and material things are going for the trees on the land. And They forgot that he who owns the land owns the trees on the land. So they goes after the trees, which is money and what money can buy, instead of going after the land that harbors the trees on the land. So we are fighting for the land, which is the most important thing, freedom to self-determination. And I did, as a traditionalist, which my mother was, my father was, and I did know that our tradition is truth, and truth is nature, and nature is Chukwu. I do agree with that guy. Yes, we must not put all our fingers in the mouth at the same time. We must go for that land, which is our freedom to self-determination. As soon as we get it, other things will be easy for us. Our leader Mazinana made a comment. He said, there are things you will review that will destroy all the lies of the Roman Empire. He did not mention it this way, but I did understand it. That lies they have told the world over the years, but it will not work, it will not be done while still under the imperialists, within and without. So therefore, our 100% freedom will allow us to do some archaeological investigations that wouldn't be possible while still under this imperialism. So that is why I agree with that guy. We shouldn't allow too much attention, not that we cannot speak about it, but let us focus on what we are fighting for, which is Biafra restoration. And as for this paid agents, I don't give a damn about them, because paid agents there's no way paid agents will defeat volunteer. We are volunteers. They are being paid. And they are under prayer. They are under prayer to deliver, and they will not deliver. They don't have the facts. They don't have the facts. Okay? It is only those who are gullible, who are myopic, who are not free thinkers, who subscribe to their baradash. Yes. When you listen to them, you listen to the truth. Compare and contrast. Unless you are one of them. If not, or you are gullible, you are one of the ignoramus that cannot think for themselves. But we are here to help the ignoramuses. We are here to help them to understand that the lie they are propagating are what they are paid to do, and they can never win. We continue tackling them. Yes, I'm telling these people, you did not win us when you did not subdue us when we are carrying flag, shouting freedom, freedom. Did now we are armed, which our arm can never go down. Our arms can never go down. It can never go down. I am sounding it warning to you. If you think our children, go to our children. If we come see, and those who are younger that can't see no well, what makes you think you will subdue us? It can't. So for those invaders, my message to you, desist, because we will not forgive. We will not forgive you, we will not forgive your children or children's children. Don't involve yourself in killing our people. Again, desist. If you don't know where we are coming from, I beseech you, do yourself a favor. Do personal investigation. Know the in total. Know where we are coming from. Know the shoe we have worn for decades. Then, it is your right to choose. We are not asking to be sympathized. I had sympathy. What we ask for is justice. And when there's justice, peace will automatically enthrone. So we don't preach peace where there is no justice. We don't ask you to sympathize us. All we are asking for justice, our inalienable rights, 1,000,000%. So when you choose to be against us, fine. Know that time comes, chickens will come home to roost. You will steal from your own juice. If you choose to be for us, fine, you're welcome. So that is my message. As for the morons, paid agents, they are fighting their last battle. They can never win. They can never win volunteers. You are being paid to do what we are doing. You are doing. We are doing it willingly. So there's no way you can win us. So I pity all of you because your days will be shameful, your end will be shameful and disastrous. I pity your end. Or not even those of you, your children. What your children will suffer. Because they will surely either deny your names or your name will haunt them. Yes, your name will haunt your children. Or they deny you. The way the people will deny all these criminal governors, their children will deny them. And their children will forgive are those who are still tender now, teenagers. But as for those adults who goes to their father to ask, who can see what is going on, they cannot, and their wives, they cannot even speak. Now, if they can't speak now, their speech later is immaterial to us. Just like that moron who died on top of a shower in a London hotel. His children, God so kind, he showed all the face of his children before he joined his ancestors. They know the truth, and they support their father to do evil. The evil of their father will haunt them. So you cannot amend your own way because we will not forgive. Forgiveness is a crime in our dictionary. My name is EKID, AKM the number. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Mazio Onyeka Chukwu, thank you for that.
Can anybody hear me? Because I'm not hearing anybody. Okay. Ronnie, I thought you wanted to speak. Okay, you're not in the listening section. I don't know. Mazda K, do you have any submission to make? Okay, Douglas, your hand's
Can you
up.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Nobody has speak. Kuma, we can hear you.
Speaking? Who's speaking? Ariza.
I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm speaking. Can you hear me,
We
Chukwumeze?
can hear you, Arinze. Go on.
Okay, so Mazonyeka, thank you very
Can you
much.
hear
That
me?
was a very. Yeah, I can hear you, Chukwumeze. It seems that like they are attacking you. Can you hear me?
Is anybody hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ariza, are you talking? Because I don't know. Nobody's saying anything. Give me thumbs up if you can hear me, please.
Kuma, we can hear you, but your
Chukwumeze,
mic
we
is
can hear you,
inside.
okay?
All right, now,
Yeah,
please, you guys should.
Are
It's
you
this thing
inside
is
the
a team
inside
work.
the
If
box?
you can't hear me, you let me know.
no, I can hear you,
Okay.
Chukwumeze. See, they are. These people are trying to cause a confusion. You understand? They know what the fuck that they are doing. You get me? But
Douglas,
I
where
can
do
hear
you
you,
go? Douglas.
Chukwumeze, because they
Douglas,
are
go
actually.
ahead, Douglas.
Oh, maybe you can't hear me. You
Yes,
can go ahead,
thank
Douglas.
you, thank
Make
you, thank
submission.
you, Mazi and Masterpiece Arise. Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
And
God bless you.
Oyekachi, may Chukwu God bless you. I've already speak my man, my brother. May God bless you, my brother. You have spoke everything, but especially the Fulani, the Fulani, the Fulani Yoruba. We went to London to exchange spam with Indiocha, with Ashawo. Oruzeba, no, the spirit of Biafra captured him. Today he perished. He perished like animal. So thank you, Mazone Kachi. You have already spoken my mind. So, my brother, may God bless all of you here now. Everything you say you have here is perfect. It's perfect. Kachukwu gozi olu chadi na ebikonu. Dalono.
Okay. I think Ronnie, take the mic.
Okay. Thank you. Chukwumeze, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hold on. Mazia Rize, can you say something? Because I don't know if I can hear you or not.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Let me bring you down and bring you back up. Because this is crazy.
Okay,
Ronnie, go
no
ahead.
worries.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Chukwumeze. Mouthpiece of the gods. My sister mouthpiece, I can see you. Arinze.
Rooney,
All
message is not
the,
for you. Message from the
all
boss
the,
is not for you. It's not for you.
my honorable minister to Mwanya like me and all
God.
other honorable ministers. All other honorable minutes, honorable cabinet members here, I greet you all. My friend and brother Emeka Olago, I can see you, honorable. I greet you. Ben Chooks, Starman, my brother. Tech guy is not here. Maz the K. I have a lot of all of you here. You know, Maz Ugochukwu is here. You know, these are the people that always go to all these spaces and shift their brain. You know, it's important that, especially this time around, you go to those spaces, stomach what they are saying, calm down. When is your turn? Talk your mind. I do see, yes, my brother Douglas, which I do see you in some of those spaces. That's the right thing to do. I'm telling you, because I'm going to, and I really want to thank that princess. She's doing a good job. I don't care what anybody will say, but to me, I think in her space is one of the not all these one Nigerian spaces you can go and you will be allowed to talk. Even princess, when they want to shut you up about this Biafra, you say allow the person to speak. And I've been in her space and I was able to shift those people their brain. Okay, and I know why she's opening those spaces, and it will be very good for some of us to go there and debunk those lies, because that's the only way where you can meet these people and talk. Because if you don't go to those spaces, how are you going to know how they see you or what they say about you? By going there, you will know their mind. By going there, you will be able to say the truth. Do you understand? And I wouldn't like any of us to start dragging that lady. No, 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 no. We shouldn't. In fact, for me, I would want us to encourage her to do it, because from those spaces, you see people at the end of the day making those arguments. People will know the truth, that these people are lying. These people are the ones talking the truth. Because you know those arguments, when Biafrans will come there, we will hijack the space. They will be fighting themselves. In fact, their opinion will be divided. At the end of the day, people will start knowing, okay, these Biafrans is like there's something about amen, because we come with facts. We don't have time for their back and forth. We don't have time for their bant and rant. We maintain our ground. We always say what we want. Do you know how many times they have called me out, telling me it's treasonable felony? Some even threatening to deal with me, blah, 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 blah. If I talk of the division of Nigeria, is it when Starman start telling them Igbo history? Some people want to come out. In fact, it remains for them to come out of their mind and become human beings and start beating Starman, because Starman will tell them to their face the history of Igbo. And I will join and say those lands belong to Igbos. We don't need to. It's just like, you know who we are.
Ronnie,
We don't need
Ronnie,
to.
when you go to Ronnie, when you
Yeah.
go to princess spaces, eh? After she finish giving you the mic and you speak, are you hearing me? After she finish giving you the mic and you speak, when you come back, before you come back here, Jikwo Soji will feature your social media, so you don't bring the virus from that their space over here, because those are the things that is
People
happening
are
in
going to
our
sleep.
spaces.
Oh,
So
God,
feature
sleep,
all the araco from that space, clean it away before you come here.
go and sleep, Chukuma.
Oh, okay, Jikwo. Okay, your own is holy water. The holy water where feature put your araco before you come back here.
Chukuma. So, my brother, like I was saying, when we go those spaces, we tell it the way it is, and they are getting the message. As if they are treating me, threatening me. When you say divide Nigeria is a treasonable felony, I told him again, divide it. Come and tell them to come and arrest me. How many people are you going to arrest? As I beg, This is 21st century. You don't threaten people these days. You don't. I am telling you that I'm not enjoying you are Nigeria. That's my right. It's called freedom of speech, freedom of association. Your constitution allowed it. It is my right. I have every right to say, I don't like this thing. Can we divide it so I will have my own say? There is nothing wrong in that. So, and we know that these days, these paid agents are more. Believe me, they are more these days. That's the more reason why we should be going there and listen and talk, debunk their lies. Because we are not raised to be cowards and we cannot start it now. We are not. You don't come and talk, denigrate my tribe, Igbos, and you expect me to come and say, yes, you are right. We will, all of us will start talking on top of our voice. At the end of the day, order will be restored. I am just telling you this. This is a fight. There is this media fight. In fact, when you see tweet, don't just go. Highlight that tweet and put it right. I am just telling you these things. You may think it's not. There are a lot of Caucasians that come. They will want to listen to. Okay, let's listen. By the time they see balanced views, they will not pick the one they want to pick. Do you understand? But when we start to open echo chambers only, it will not work. Me, I like going there because I will see diverse views. I'll be able to talk. When you talk, I'll be able to pinpoint what you are talking. If I want to ask you a question, I ask you a question that when you answer that question, you will find out how stupid you are sounding. Everybody, the listeners, we know that this one don't have anything to say. He's just talking. Do you understand? And the starman does it a lot. Starman, I don't know how you do it. Very calm in asking your question, even when they are mad. You are maintaining your decorum. You are asking that same question. You are Mr. Fats. I don't know how you handle that kind of,
Ronnie, you have 1 minute and 10 seconds. 1 minute and
My
10
brother,
seconds.
I am writing off. Yeah, but I'm almost done. So how you do those things? Keep it up. All of you that do Ugochukwu, oh, you're amazing. All of you that go to all these spaces, you make me proud. In fact, when I see you there, I will have the. In fact, I will come and join because I have my brothers around. So let's not keep this fire down. We will go there. Me, I will be. You will never see anything. Oh, it's a shame. This thing. We will go there. We are. You see, we are not running away. They will be the one that will stop hosting space because of our matter. Because they know we will hijack it wherever we come. Because if you start running away, they say, "Where are they now?" You see, make them when they now open space, as you say, they will do back channel and tell them, they are here. Oh, mind what you say. I beg. Oh. Do you know that whenever we are around, they will not start warning them not to talk of ethnic bigotry, not to denigrate Igbos. This is what we are talking about. If not, they will keep having that bigotry and be running with it, and nobody will correct them. You know, before now, we thought it was this lady, Obieze question, that removed history. Until we go to that space, when Facts and Figures came out, we now find out it was not even Obieze question. It has been removed since 1982. That's what we are saying. Without you going there, do you think somebody would have dished out, will debunk those lies? My brother, don't run away. In fact, I will encourage all of us that can stomach. I know some of us, you will get mad, yes. But if you can handle their matter, please be coming, because you people coming there, you have been using that opportunity to preach this message. It's getting in. You can see the other boy that always wants that Anioma is Igbo. Hey! In fact, if he has a gun, he will shoot you. And when we do this in our people from that side, we know that we are with them. I'm telling you, they will know that, hey, they have their senior brother who will do everything to ensure that they are protected. So in nutshell, Chukwuma, thank you for the opportunity to talk here with my brothers, although this is our space, government space, you know, whenever we come here.
Ronnie, before you go, sorry, 10 seconds.
Ugochukwu,
Wait,
mute your mic.
wait,
Mute your
Chukuma,
mic.
I just want to
Ugochukwu,
correct
mute
something.
your
Wait, Ronnie,
mic.
before you go.
Mute your
Wait
mic.
now,
Mute your
I want to
mic.
correct something for Ronnie. You made a statement twice, hijack. I know they are here, anonymous listening. We are not hijacking their space. We only drop the truth and facts, and the people to deal with it and understand. So no space. We are not hijacking any space. We just come there with fact and figure and with truth, and they are to destroy their garbage called Nigeria. So we are not hijacking any space. Thank you.
Yeah, there is something I want to chip in.
Wait,
Chukuma, 1 minute,
wait, hold on,
please.
sorry, please. Wait, let me just say something, please. Sorry. Mouthpiece and Arinze, please. You guys need to be on. You guys need to take over now.
Hold on.
All right,
I
all
am.
right. What I want to say is the last space, Ali,
Hear me?
on my mind. They hosted.
Can you hear
Do you
me?
know I saw Fulani people and all these Yoruba people there? I was like, wow, even these people, they are ready to accept, or maybe I assume that Fulani people are already living our land already, and these people are already accommodate them in Alibo. But because I don't see reason why Alibo on my mind, Fulani people have to be there, Yoruba people have to be in the discussion that concerns the Igbo people. I don't know what people think about this.
Minister Mwanya, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Minister, you see, the people that hold those space, they know why they do that. All right. We know what they want to do.
Sorry,
right?
Ronnie, please hold on a minute. Chukwumeze, I am not a co-host. I see myself as only as a speaker. I can't bring anybody. I can't do anything. When it comes to me, they kick it out.
Let me go down.
No, hold on. Chukwumeze, can you hear me?
I can hear you. But
Please, can you tell Chukwumeze to bring me down and bring me back up, because they're not allowing me to give anybody the mic. When it comes to me, they take it away. So
Chukuma.
Chukwumeze, can you hear me?
Chukwumeze. Okay, did you hear what Mouthpiece said? Okay, yeah.
Did you hear what Mouthpiece said?
He's probably at work, so he can't speak. But I see he has moved that down.
Okay, I think, yes, Chukuma jumping up. I think he heard Mouthpiece.
Yeah, move her down, then bring her back up.
Yes, like I was saying before, Honorable Minister, okay, yeah, Otunwa Mwanya. You know what you said. You know the people that are hosting those spaces. These are what we are talking about. They are paid to do what they are doing, because any reasonable Igbo man that want to host space, and we talk about Igbo, you will not bringing up any other. Hello. Who is speaking?
Sorry, Ron, it's me.
Okay, it's you. Okay, Minister. Is you Otunwa?
Yes, I've made my submission. Go ahead.
Okay, Minister. So I don't know if you are hearing me, sir. Minister,
yes, I can hear you.
So as I'm explaining to you, I said those people you see,
go
opening, bringing Igbo people, bringing Fulani, bringing Yoruba, they have an agenda they are pushing. All right, they bring those people there to just derail the conversation. They know they have their people, those people will back channel them. I'm telling you how these things works. They will back channel them, bring me, put me on speaker. Let's shift these IPOP people, their brain. Look at the people that want to shift IPOP people, their brain. At the end of the day, they will be the one complaining that we are hijacking their space. Now, they don't have facts and figures. What they have is this continuous rambling, back and forth, especially this guy that answers, don't know his name, a doggy or something. I kept wondering I don't know what we do to that guy as Igbo people. I will find out what happened, because I think there are some people who probably did something at home. They were banished, because in my place we still do it till tomorrow. When you offend the land or whatever, do something that is sacrilegious, you will be banished. Some of those people, probably, they will not start hating on their fellow Igbos. When you do that, so I would rather want one that I would like to ask him that question.
My brother, some not even Igbo, some are even Fulanis born in our land with that tribal mark. They claim to
Honestly,
be
my
Igbo.
brother, you are 100% correct. I am beginning to believe it. Because this guy have never supported anything Igbo. He's always against me. When you ask, he say, I am from Ihiala. I'm Ibekeme. Sometimes I'll be looking at him like, I don't take questions from him. I told him, going on where you can never ask me a question. Come, you can't. Because when you ask me a question, is to derail conversation. Me and you will be going back and forth for what? You are an APC member, so as such, I don't need to talk anything with a politician who want me to continue in this evil compassion because of what he's getting. And when you come there and tell these people that you see this paid agent, they have an agenda. Some of our people, they don't understand, especially those of idiots. They thought they are with them. They are not with you. I like going to those places because so that I'll be able to know what they think about me. And thank God I've been able to, the more I go there, the more I fight, the strength to fight for the freedom of my people, freedom of Biafra comes stronger because it will not make me know that, man, so these are the people that God forbid that want me to be with them. No. I will increase my money. I will increase my fundraising because you see, we must get this thing. We must leave these people. That is why some of us will go there to debunk their lies. My brother, they are agending. You see these people that forget they can open 100 spaces. Me, I will be there. Unless their topic is something I don't care, to discuss on. But if it's something I want to put, I will go there. You see this space. This thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us, and Mazi Simon Ekpa repeated it, that we should be vocal, on this Biafra, gospel of truth. We will do it anywhere they give us opportunity. We will go there and debunk their lies. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And God bless you all our honorable ministers and all our honorable cabinet members. You guys are doing great. We are grateful to you. And our special thanks go to our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, sir. Wherever you are, you will come out unscathed. You will come out and join us very, very, very soon. Because the activities of Biafra, the public government in exile, we see to it that it happen. Thank you, Obatobie, Obiajolo, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So we are forever grateful to you for coming up and nobody else. And today you have done that which your master, master taught you as a disciple. You are following his template, and today here we are. Thank you. We are forever grateful to you. Biafrans love you. The people that love you are bigger and higher in number than those that hate you. We love you so much, and I love you, all of you guys, irrespective of our differences in our faith. We are Biafra first. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mazironi. I thought I was seeing Mazi. Okay, Mazi Funny, your hands are up. So you can unmute your mic and make your submission. Thank you.
All right. Ndewo na ụmụ Chineke. Ekenekwa m unu. I greet you, the host, Chukwumeze, and the co-host, Arenze. I greet everyone, Biafrans and the ministers. Yeah, I also want to greet our Prime Minister and Mazi Simon Ekpa and all the cabinets of Bridge, and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, we all have said so much, and that have always been our aim whenever we come on space, you know. So well, I appreciate every one of us because what we are doing is what our children will read about in the future. You know, our children should get ready to read a lot because they are going to read so much. Because they are going to read until, in fact, it's going to be one of the main topic in the education system in Biafra land. History will be it will be number one. So our children will read. They will all read about each and every one of us. So, and okay, will keep us strong even when we are in our old age to see how beautiful what we fought in all these years, you know. So that is for that's for sure, you know. That's for sure because there's no how darkness will overpower light. Darkness can never overpower light. The presence of darkness is just the absence of light. So the darkness have been there for long. But now we are the children of light. We have come. And when you just switch on the light, darkness disappear. So you don't generate light. It's already the absence. I mean, don't generate darkness. It's already the absence of light. You can only see darkness. So we have come, and those darkness, those children of rise and deceit, they are just disappearing, and they will disappear. In a short time, we will see them no more. So going to the what we have spoke, some people have already spoken, you know, like Maze Oyedekachi almost said everything I wanted to say. So I appreciate that. So regarding our brothers that is going to other people's space, you know, yeah, they get strength. That's how I see it, you know, they get strength. Sometimes I do enter those space and I stay, you know, a few minutes and I just, you know, exit. But these are brothers, they get very strength, you know, because to me, I'm seeing those people as a definition of evil. It's not that they don't know the truth, but they just decide to, you know, do otherwise. And not only doing otherwise and being paid on it. So they are just definition of evil. So I'm just seeing it as, you know, going to the mosques to preach people inside the mosques to convert them to Christianity. So that's how I see it, and that's my opinion, you know. So, but sometimes I also think about like, what if, or we'll just leave them to kill themselves, you know, because when they talk to each other, they will get more stupid and they will destroy themselves by themselves. Any new people that came on their space, like Christians, you know, will just any sensible person will just listen for them for a while, and will be pushed to come on the speaker to to speak. And once they drag with both of them, you see that person will be forced to look up for any other space, and they will just start searching for any other space. And once all of us are gathering here, message is being sent to all your contacts, all your followers, that you are in this space. So let all our contacts gather one place. So but that's how my own opinion. But I still applaud our brothers who are going there to talk to them. Like I said earlier, they get strength. Me, I don't get that strength. I'm patient. To me, you see, those are our brothers. It's not only that they know the truth, but they are fighting the truth. If after restoration of Biafra, we will bring a law that will punish those people who know that we are fighting Nigeria, but they are not doing anything. They are just doing their business, making their money. They are abroad. They are not contributing. If we have a law that will punish such people, what about those people that coming directly to fight us? So to me, when Biafra come, we will check their blood, their DNA, and if they are not Igbo, then we'll know what to do with them. So, but if they are Igbo, these people will just keep them in something like a rehab, like a prison rehab, where they will, serve their sentence. And by then, when they are out, they will start reasoning like human. So, well, anyone that wants to go there can always go there, but wear your armor, be very strong, because who will play with mad dogs may get bites one day. So, but be very strong, So,
Chukwumeze,
but
are you there? Check your connection. If you can hear me.
can you hear me? Can anyone
Yes,
hear me?
yes,
All
yes,
right, all
Mazi,
right,
fine, we can hear you.
all right. So,
But I think Chukwumeze has some connection issues. I hope the space doesn't go down within some seconds.
all right. The host, Chukwumeze, can you hear the co-host?
You can go on, don't
All
worry.
right.
If okay, yeah, he's actually on, it's fine.
Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, I applaud those people that's going there and trying to talk to them. We can go there, but anytime those kind of people come in our space, we never change our terms with them. That's all I'm saying. We cannot change our terms with them, like giving them mic and giving them that time to talk, because it's more like you see, when you dance.
Okay, I think they have removed them. They have removed them. Okay, let's end it. The attack is too much. But if you need voting link, inbox me. Voting link, inbox me or comment on any